Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Palley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight, I'm going to be reviewing an immortal fragrance from the house of Antonio Puig. This fragrance is known as Quorum, which came out in 1981. This is the Eau de Toilette concentration. This is classified as a woody aromatic scent, and this is widely known as a 1980s mega powerhouse. This is one of the most iconic male scents ever produced. I have had 2 bottles of this. This one is about 3 years old, so it's a newer formulation. And I have one that was about a decade old, which was more potent and slightly different, but I no longer have that bottle. And when I originally bought the fragrance about 10 years ago, the scent profile had a profound influence on me and shaped my fragrance nose. Current reports say that the modern formulation, some people say that it's just a watered down version of the vintage. Others say the original version was much more deep and brooding, mossy like, and some say there's no resemblance between the vintage and this current formulation, but I have never smelled the vintage version. I am on the lookout for it, but it is extremely hard and extremely expensive to find. So I'm just going to focus on this fragrance tonight. In the 1980s and 90s, this was also a scent that the ladies really liked, and many lover boys use this scent on date nights and for intimate encounters, so to speak. But it has gone through several reformulations, not only in terms of the scent profile, but in its potency. So I'm going to take it out of the box. And this bottle has largely remained unchanged throughout the years. It's a very 80s vintage style bottle. It's got a good sprayer that initially it has this deep woody greenness. So this fragrance is all about being green, all about moss. But I do pick up some sharp citrus in the initial spray that's somewhat bitter and herbaceous. But I find it to be a very gorgeous, beautiful initial spray. As it starts to dry down, the heavy greenness continues, but it becomes a little more piney and just slight notes of floral vibes to it. Later on, it becomes increasingly mossy. It's bitter, it's sour, it's green, and it has the scent of a little bit of this old weather-beaten leather to it. So overall, this fragrance, the profile is all about greenness. It's all about mossiness. And the original version was supposedly just a more intense version of the current formulation. So if you were to pick up this bottle, it would be reminiscent of the original. Not quite there, but if you were to, this bottle is maybe only $15 to $20, you would get a definite vibe of what this fragrance was like over 40 years ago. As advertised, the top notes are artemisia, caraway, lemon, bergamot, grapefruit. The mid notes are pine tree, sandalwood, patchouli, carnation, cyclamen, and jasmine. The base notes are oak moss, tobacco, leather, and amber. So performance-wise, I got about 6 hours on it. It wasn't quite beast mode like the previous formulations where people would get 8, 9, 10 hours out of it. It has good scent wafts, good trails, and it's excellent off the close. So it's incredible value. If you're looking for something, if you're a little bit more of a mature gentleman, or you like the vintage vibe, still pick up a bottle of this, because for the price, you can't go wrong. If you're a younger gent and you want to experience a vintage scent, there's nothing wrong with buying a bottle of this and having it on the shelf to remind yourself of what fragrances used to be. So again, it's very affordable. I have also heard that there's a 3-pack, which I've seen in the past, of the Eau de Toilette, the aftershave, and some type of body wash. And apparently, through a reputable source, the aftershave lotion in this 3-pack smells more like the original vintage Quorum from 1981 than the Eau de Toilette does. These 3 packs were available several years ago. Now they are becoming increasingly harder to find. And like I said, I'm still searching for a vintage bottle of this. This is something you could try before you buy, but it's not going to break the bank. You just have to realize that this is going to be an 80 cent. It's not going to be nothing from the 2020s, nothing sweet gourmand. It's completely different, complete opposite direction. So if you want to try something different and unique, and if you want to smell a true masterpiece, one of the most important fragrances in men's fragrance history, and experience the 80s, this may be for you. If you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Any comments, questions, or experiences you have with this mega masterpiece, leave them down below and I'll always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.